State so prized a possession. It's the old oaken bucket that I heard of a coach who won it for the first time and slept with it that night. From Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Boilermakers offense will get the first crack at it here. Indiana won in a nail-biter the last time they faced Purdue.
And the Hoosiers did such a great job in the closing moments of that game. A rivalry game to keep your composure and finish like they did a year ago. It was very impressive, Paul.
And you got to give Indiana credit, too, because they're not only just focused on Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State. They got up and they got ready for an in-state rivalry game, and they looked good against Purdue.
From the gun, the ground game. Runs through a tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him backward. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Indiana's offense will go to work for the first time today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling. Staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. Got it inside. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone.
fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, running back gets to give. Quick spin on the run. Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find the hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. It's so much harder to complete those passes with 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The old Oaken bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further. 1891, alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an Oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course. A bucket. The bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today? I'm going to win a bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool. But, Jesse, when you make it a trophy game, it's just so much more fun. It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know, both Purdue and Indiana, they're hoping to add a score, a date, the city this game was played in. Someone's adding a P or an I to the old Oaken bucket.
We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. The Hoosiers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using the quick game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Makes the catch. It's rushed. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Hoosiers look to do some damage in the red zone.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Indiana.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And the Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on 1st down from the 30. They'll ride the hot hand. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. The Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got him. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could...
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And guys, how many 1st downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They'll go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He's got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Indiana.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old Oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They'll run it. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The Hoosiers are taking control of this game against the Boilers.
IU speeding away now. You can feel the momentum shifting towards Indiana's sideline. Purdue's got to do something now to get some of that back.
No, they can feel the bucket in their hands already. The rivalry game, they've done a great job handling their emotion, taking the lead. Now they just got to finish.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return. Sets up this offense in solid trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Hand off from the shotgun. Powers through the defender. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments and find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stop.
He's got it all right.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Trying the left side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're working that left side, and they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. There he goes! Touchdown, Indiana! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And that might be a dagger. They pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking the guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Brought down, but not before he pulled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. On his feet at the 40. Open space at the 25. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Sets this offense up on 1st down. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. All out of space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. This time around, the old Oaken Bucket will spend the year in Bloomington as Indiana beats Purdue. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.